Folks, we're about 6 minutes and 50 seconds out from the start of the boys' game. We're going to let you enjoy the pregame warm-ups here for a few minutes, and then we'll come back at you when we get a little closer to tip-off. WatongaEagles.tv, your Eagles will be playing here in just a few minutes.
Search some of the data projects that have gone on to see advances. And I took fairly deep, and I was impressed with how effective they are.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Not just two different schools.
Well, I was too, and that's why I was digging. Several different places, a couple of medical sites, and they cite several studies, and backtrack into those studies and my own knowledge, making sure that there's data that I thought was acceptable as well. And I was really surprised at how effective they can be just with offense. People talk about how the
deal. It's a big deal. It is. And I don't know about you.
I haven't. So I don't know how you got in the group. I'm not in the group.
Yeah. I got you started. Because I was doing it at first, and then one second change goes. And when I yeah. You know, so that I'm, not so doing that work the other day, we need to turn it over. They have to, once they open it up, they have to start using that.
Oh, I mean,
that makes sense. Yeah, they have extra shoulders.
Well, folks, welcome back here. We're just about to get to our tip-off for the boys' game.
For our boys. And Steve, we're going to again come at you with another rivalry that we're all familiar with, this time from the men's side. And I'm looking over there at the Bisons currently, and you and I have just been off camera talking about the challenges and struggles for teams to practice and get good looks for each other and still come out here and compete. And I'm looking at 6 players right there, and that's tough as a coach. I mean, because you don't even have a scout team.
Yeah, it is. It's hard.
So you're really just teaching fundamentals a lot.
Yep.
And
using the games as your scrimmages and your games at the same time.
Exactly. And just hope that you got enough to finish.
So your starting Eagles tonight going to be DeAndre Dunn, Devin Wilson, Stephon Walker. Looks like Octavian Brown's coming up next. And Tucker Estep to round it out.
Starting tonight for our Geary Bison. Senior, number 22, Izzy Yellowfish. Junior, number 24, Joe Littlebird. Junior, number 32, Keith Nakeridge. Junior, number 12, Rue Espinoza. And freshman number 1, Braden Ritchie. Coached tonight by head coach Corey Williams. Good luck to both teams.
All righty, Steve. Here we go.
Time to get started. So we're gonna be here without Reyes again tonight.
Yeah.
We wish him the best on his mend, and look forward to having him back on the court just as soon as possible.
Exactly. Heal up quick and come back, and we're going to try to hold the fort until you get back. And Octavian Brown's going to start off. He's going to jump it off. He's been impressive here lately, Steve.
He has.
And he looks like he's going to have another tough matchup here tonight. Big guy, number 22, is looks to be a load down there. So
they're about the same height, folks, just looking at them right here across the court. But
and right off the gun here, Wilson goes right in and does not finish, but good look right there by DeAndre Dunn. Caught him by surprise, and that will be a turnover for the Bison. First turnover for the Bisons.
Yeah. So I was mentioning just a minute ago, or I was started to talk there a little bit about the matchup between Brown and is that Yellowfish down there?
Yes,
down
sir,
low?
it'll be Yellowfish.
So
yes.
that's going to be an interesting dynamic, I think, in this game. Brown is a good forward. He's a good post player.
Mm-hmm.
Yellowfish is about the same height, but has quite a few pounds on him.
Yeah,
And is going to be able to block him out. Is going to be so Brown's going to have to work tonight.
He's going to have to work tonight. He's going to have to use a lot of energy to move Mr. Yellowfish around. He's taking up a lot of space in there, so conditioning will come down, will be a true factor and indicator of how this matchup will go. And your Bison are going to get on the board early right there. They'll get on board first, I should say. Number 12.
Well,
Good rebound right
Wilson
there.
firing a three from the
All
corner
right.
there.
That's a good putback right there by
Yeah.
number 10. Mr. Walker. Uh-oh. Big fella stepped out of bounds, and he's going to take too many steps right there. And, Steve, to me, the ultimate question is, again, you know, how long can the Bison fellas hang with this pace that the Eagles have? We've got depth.
Yeah, they've got one player over on the bench that they can substitute.
Right.
So these guys are going to have to work all night long.
And
But
the
they're
turnover
having a little bit of
by
success here early. They
Exactly.
picked up turnover right
Hey,
there.
They're starting out pretty good, coming out, capitalizing off the Eagle turnovers right there. Let's see if they'll go back into the big guy, Yellowfish.
Wilson going to work right there out here at the half line. He was really on the
He is.
defense.
Pressure defense. Your Watonga Eagles in the classic man-to-man defense. And there's a steal by DeAndre Dunn. It just gets control over it. Down to Wilson to Dunn. And Dunn is going to finish, ladies and gentlemen, with a beautiful layup right there.
Well, I was glad to see Dunn get that ball back. It was his steal to begin with,
Exactly.
and Wilson recognized that, I think, and Dunn had a little bit of lead on him. So
Exactly. Reward the man for a great defensive play.
And there's a really nice block by Wilson.
And he was coming on. The last time we saw him, he was taking some clutch shots down the stretch
He
there.
was, yes.
Against the Hinton Comets. Be a dribble drive penetration right here. He'll turn it over. They got numbers. They got Dunn up ahead if they look at it. And there's Parker.
Nice
Parker goes in
Wilson.
Wilson with a nice dime right there. Get it to Parker, who's ready for it. Goes up and finishes at the rim. 6-2, your Watonga Eagles.
Sorry, I can't help it. I played point guard too long to watch the shooter. I got to watch the passer.
I got you, my man. There's Yellowfish. He's going to go deep down inside. But the Bison's up again, 6-4. And there it is, Steve. There's our matchup right there. Once he gets it down low right there, Mr. Brown's going to have his work cut out for him.
He is.
Now he'll get his chance on the other side.
Folks, they've got the Bison have 3 post players that are that have weight on their side against our Eagles post.
Yep. Classic power versus speed right here, Steve. Power versus speed, and like I said, number 22 Yellowfish is finishing at the rim, and so far, halfway through the first quarter, we're still 6-4. Back in the Yellowfish, and he's going straight. And there's a good, beautiful play right there by Brown to block the shot.
Talk about a couple power dribbles.
Yeah.
That can do it.
those are some, we talked to earlier in the ladies' game. Those are some serious power dribbles by Mr. Yellowfish right there. He'll take the ball out, and we'll get our first chance to look at our big guy, 6'10", number 32.
Mr. Dryden.
Mr. Dryden. Steal by Dunn. He's a great finisher, folks, and he does it again, finishes at the rim. Chase Dryden. Wilson on the ball. Dunn, again, Eagles, man-to-man defense, pressured all over the court. He's going to turn the ball over. Let's give it back to the Watonga Eagles. Tucker Eastep, take it out, number 23. Dunn brings it up, and Steve, I was speaking with Coach Cole earlier in the before the game tonight. Wilson from the corner, boom,
knocks it down
with a nice sweet stroke that we've been seeing for about 2 weeks now.
Yeah, he's really coming on with his shot. He's doing well.
He is really being impressive. And folks, if you're missing someone out there, our point guard Cole still
Brandon Cole,
still a little bit under the weather. So Yellowfish takes a deep 3, steps out a little bit. So DeAndre Dunn will take over for your point guard duties here with Cole being ill. Spoke with Coach Cole, which is his dad, and he reiterated that he just wasn't feeling right. So in these days and times, of course, you're going to caution on the side of Airy.
Oh, yeah, that's you have to in these times.
Exactly. Down to Yellowfish. Uh-oh. Look out over there. Look out. You don't want to get in the way over there, ladies.
Right, that's it. That's when basketball gets dangerous sometimes.
It gets dangerous, Steve. It does. Timeout. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in your first period. Your Watonga Eagles 11. Geary Bison 4. And I'm sure this has got to be part of the Bison coach's strategy here to keep his players as fresh as possible.
Yeah, he's going to need to take his timeouts in strategic places, and he's going to need to do it regularly. And he probably doesn't have a whole lot of the ability to hold strategy for an end,
Right.
Rush to the end,
Right.
call some timeouts, get the ball stopped, stuff like that, because he's got to keep them. He's got to keep some freshness in them by getting them set down.
Exactly.
That's a good point that you brought up there.
And Steve, it takes a lot of heart, takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of school pride to come out here with 6 players.
It does.
And say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to strap it up. I mean, I'm not going to strap. I'm going to lace them up.
Yep.
And see what we can do. Deep corner by Wilson, and he continues to stay red hot. Another 3-pointer. Damian Wilson, number 1.
Making it rain.
And I'm telling you, he is growing before our very eyes. His confidence has come in the last 2 days, and he is someone that we're probably going to be leaning on with him and Reyes get back. Ooh, that's going to be a nice little outside 1-2 punch there, Steve.
Yeah, so Wilson is a heck of a shooter. He's developing into a heck of a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm most impressed by his defense.
Yes, I would agree with you completely.
If you watch his eyes, a lot of times he's watching and he's seeing and he's knowing what's going to happen, and then you see that little smile when the whistle blows. I've seen it 3 or 4 times in a row now.
Right.
He felt like he knew what was coming. If only the whistle hadn't blown, he was going to do something.
Yeah, exactly. He was going the other way. Wilson, you spoke earlier, just working. Basketball is a sport that you can just kind of work hard and have results pay off. Wilson's a kid I used to see when he was little. Out in the parking lot with the gym. There goes Yellowfish. He's going to go up.
Wow.
Beautiful
Nice
shot right
move
there.
to the rim.
By the big guy. 8-point lead for your Eagles. 2 minutes, 39 seconds left to go in the game. DeAndre Dunn looks it over. He'll pass the ball around. DeAndre Dunn says, I'll take one. It'll come up short.
So that was an amazing bit of athleticism there we saw from Yellowfish. Usually, plays like that are reserved for guards shooting in from the outside.
Exactly.
He comes in, from
And he
deep
goes
down
in
there.
again.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what, number 22, Yellowfish, impressive here for
He's
the
a
Geary
force to be
Bison.
reckoned with there.
Exactly. He might look like a football player, but he's got some basketball skills, ladies
He's
and
got
gentlemen.
a touch around the rim.
And there's a steal right there by Richie. Richie's going to go up. Oh, he didn't make it. That's going to be over the back right there on number 12. But going back to Yellowfish, I mean, he looks like he's going to take things in his own matter, in his own hands tonight here, Steve, and go as hard as he can for as long as he can.
Yep. He's going to lead his team, it looks like.
Exactly. A lot of heart.
A lot of heart.
Dunn will bring the ball up. He'll bring the ball up, Kurt, look it over. Pass it over to Eastep, who goes to Wilson. Wilson to dribble around the perimeter. Back to Dunn. Looking for Tavian Brown. Good ball movement by the Eagles. Oh, nice, beautiful move.
Oh, look at
DeAndre Dunn, stop it. Please stop it.
What a pass.
Yes, he is really putting on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Nice look, nice pass right there by DeAndre Dunn, who's just a superb athlete. There's Yellowfish again. He will continue to rack him up.
He gets down around the
Tavian
rim.
Brown having all kind of trouble with Mr. Yellowfish here tonight. Tavian needs to wake up and understand that Mr. Yellowfish is he's coming to play.
Yeah, if he gets within 8 feet or so of that basket,
Yeah, he's going up with it.
he's going to go up with it, and he's probably going to put it in.
And you can tell he's the leader of this team, Steve. You
Yep,
know,
yep.
He's got full confidence. He's got the green light, looks like. Here we go again. He's going straight up. Good block right there by Tavian Brown. Now, this is what there we go. But there's the
Catching that
matchup.
rebound.
There you go. Hustling. And Tavian Brown is probably saying, what in the world's going on here? I didn't know this guy could move around like this.
Well, we talk about getting experience in games, and this is something that is good for him because, if we go very far in the playoffs, at some point he's going to see a player,
exactly.
a big player that's really got a good touch like that.
He's
He's going to have to learn how to defend that.
There's no question he'll see. I don't know about the wideness of Yellowfish, but just big,
Yep.
You're a post player, All those guys are big. You're going to have to face someone down the line, so this will be good experience. He'll miss the first one. 16-10, it's a close ball game right now, Steve. 53 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Bison's still hanging around here, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. I'm not saying that one player is better than another, but I'll say that every time I ever went up against a player that was much better than me, I came out of that game a better player.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And
no doubt.
So if Mr. Yellowfish takes Octavian to school a few times, that's really good because he'll learn a lot out of this.
Exactly. He'll get valuable experience. Timeout here. Coach Graham is going to call a timeout here. You know, Steve, you know what I used to how I used to test myself was in practice. You know, of course, you're not always going to be the best player on the team. So we had a really, really good team, a lot of talent. And I would challenge those guys one-on-one.
Yeah.
You know, that taught me a lot. One-on-one basketball. As I try to tell my son Dash, you know, you need to play more one-on-one so you can kind of get a feel of the game. So when you come out here on 5-on-5, you just use your moves you used in one-on-one, you know, and try your best.
But one of the things when I was here at Geary that we were blessed with is a man named Mr. Gid Miles would come in and practice with us almost every day.
Okay.
And many of you may know Gib. He's in tribal leadership with the Shine-Arapaho tribe. I think he's lieutenant governor.
Yep.
And just a wonderful human being. Well, and a heck of a basketball player.
Yeah.
So he would come up here as about the same age I am now, probably 45, you know, nearly 50-year-old man, and practice with us high school kids. and it was some of the best practice that we could have gotten.
Right.
We were playing, every one of us was playing against a player, practicing against a player that was better than us.
Right.
You know, he may not have been able to run the sprints with us at that age, but he still had the touch and the shots.
And the craftiness that, you know, you could always learn something. I always would be able to learn from alumni like that, guys who would come around and stick around. I'd take a part of their game, and that's an awesome story, Steve. That is. I remember guys I used to be like, how old are you? There's no way. There's no way.
Well, if he's listening, I'm gonna say, Gib, I still claim that it's old age and treachery that put you where you were so many times around me.
Gotcha. DeAndre Dunn bringing the ball up court, ladies and gentlemen. Going to Wilson, he's been hot all night. He'll take a step in from the three and almost make it. At the end of the first quarter, we've got an 8-point lead. It's Watonga Eagles 18, Geary Bison 10. And I tell you what, Steve, Yellowfish has been impressive.
He has.
For the Bison here tonight, who are shorthanded. As we mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, folks, they about 6 deep. As I'm looking at the bench now, they're about 5 deep, and I don't see Yellowfish.
Well, so that last time out, he was over there getting worked on just a little bit at the same time. So I think maybe somebody might have bumped him in the nose, and he bled a little bit or something. He may be down there getting
taped up,
something
in the nosebleed.
I hope he's not out. I hope he seems more.
Yeah, no kidding.
Even though he's giving our Bison
and as we
fits.
speak, he's walking back onto the court, and I think you're right about the bloody nose there thing here. He'll walk back on the court and tough it up. And when you're on a team like this, with the numbers are down like they are right now, you got to come back.
Yeah.
You got to come back. So he's been pretty impressive. Yeah, I know it.
As much as a fit he's going to give our Eagles tonight, I really didn't want to see him go out of the game because he's such a special player to watch.
I know it. And he'll stay in the game here. Looks like he changed his number and probably had some blood on his on his uniform here. But he'll suck it up, stay in the game. Again, we're going to start the second quarter, 18-10. The Watonga Eagles in control. Geary Bison hanging around, putting up a fight. We're mentioning the big guy, and he has been impressive. There is a turnover by Dunn. Stolen by Richie there. Richie will bring the ball up court.
So you won't see too many of those from Dunn. That was a little bit of a lazy pass. He
Right.
floated it a little bit out there,
Right.
and they were just able to pick it right off. He usually is a pretty sharp, snappy passer.
Oh, yeah,
and, you won't see that too much.
Him and Cole, they're really good passers, making assists. They're really good passers. So Geary looking it over. We'll go back down to Yellowfish. He's look at this guy right here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to tell you, a basketball player in Geary giving Mr. Brown a little fits down here. Just not afraid to take it up. There's Tucker E-step. Nope.
Well, and he gets up pretty good, too. They lay that ball up over his head so that Octavian can't get to it. just behind him.
Yeah.
And he goes up and gets it, and, it's like he's got a pretty good little vertical leap going on there.
And not only that, he's got great hands.
Yep.
You got to be able to catch those passes.
Yeah.
Those passes are not easy to catch. And he's able to palm them with those big palm of his and wrap it up again.
Saw that a little bit ago when he pulled in that rebound. It was kind of somebody slapped it away from him, and it was bobbling around his head, and he just clamped onto it like a vice.
Exactly. Watonga with a substitution. Parker comes in, and Phoenix Whiteshield's going to get his first action of the day, number 24.
We've got Dryden in here too now.
And Dryden, our big guy, Dryden. And he could get some work. Now that's the matchup.
That is.
Dryden and Yellowfish, I tell you what. And as we speak, Dryden's going to get the ball. He'll pass it over here
Good
to
little head
Walker.
fake there.
And DeAndre Dunn wide open. It's going to rim off. Walker tangling right there, trying to get the rebound. Number 32 for Geary will take it over, and there'll be a foul on Walker. 18-12, 6-point ball game. Bison bringing up the court very slowly. I can understand why with the numbers down. Back to Yellowfish. He's got to move in. Dryden, just as we spoke, and it just don't matter who it is, folks. Brown or Dryden, Mr. Yellowfish.
All right, Derek, we're going to have to get on the game here a little bit and start cheering for our Eagles. The score's getting too close.
It's the truth. Yeah, careful what we wish for here.
Yeah.
Rebound by the Bisons. They got a chance to pull it within 2, Steve.
Confident the Eagles are going to remain in control here, but the Bison are putting up a heck of a fight.
They're not. I'm telling you, it does not matter. You say Watonga, you say Geary, and you've got yourself a match. And again,
they do pull within 2, folks.
Yes, they do.
18-16.
There's little doubt who's scoring. It's the big fella, and I can hear the crowd behind me. He's putting on the show. Very entertaining, the little young man, isn't he?
He is. And you can tell he's having fun. He's smiling out there.
Right. He understands the numbers. Dunn, beautiful finisher.
Oh.
And he does it again. DeAndre Dunn, finishing around the rim. He is special, ladies and gentlemen.
We're seeing a school on high school basketball here tonight, folks.
Exactly. He's got some advanced skills around the rim, Steve.
He does. Just his ability to weave between defenders
and
then be open for a layup.
Exactly. He just looks like a gym rat, like he just works on his moves all the time, works on his craft, ready to finish. And you've got to do 1,000 layups like that to be confident enough to bring it to the game. And he is having no problem here. Whiteshield take a shot. It'll come off. Rebound. Yellowfish. And again, Geary in no hurry. Watonga. Coach Graham, I'm sure, understands the depth of Geary, but decides not to put the pressure on. But he'll stay in the man-to-man. That's going to be a turnover for your Bison. He carried the ball there.
They really don't have to be in a rush. This isn't a run-and-gun type offense.
Right.
This is let's get it set up,
Yep.
and then let's work a little bit until we can get Mr. Yellowfish open.
Yep.
Or reasonably open that the other guy can't get the ball if we throw it to him. And then he's probably going to score.
It's position. Yes, position. The Dunn again.
Dunn putting on another
Sound
school.
like a broken record here, but hey, he is just finishing around the rim, and I'm looking at our guy Yellowfish, and he's now starting to walk up the court.
He is.
And that's to be expected, Steve. I mean, he scored all the points. Then he'll turn it over here. Here we go. He's got numbers here. Walker, good. Now Watonga seems like they're going to be on a little run here. I expect Gary's coach probably to call a timeout. His big guy is huffing and puffing.
Yeah, he's got his hands on his knees. He's getting wore out a little bit. But he's working hard, too, so that's why he's getting wore out.
And they're looking for him. His teammates, there he is again. He's looking good block right there by Dryden. That's what you do when you're 6'10".
Yep.
And Walker tries to finish. He won't be able to finish. But good play down there by Dryden, our big guy.
Indeed. Very good
Again,
play.
Folks,
Good defense.
6'10". Trust me, Watonga, we haven't seen too many 6'10" players come to our program.
No, there aren't
I
many.
can't remember anybody being that tall, Steve.
Not many schools in small schools in western Oklahoma have either.
Yeah, no kidding. Forget our school, not many schools at all.
He's already tired.
3:16 left to go, second period. Your Watonga Eagles stretching it out a little bit. We've got an 8-point lead here. Geary make a substitution. That would come in.
It never ceases to amaze me how one team or the other a lot of times can control the tempo of a basketball game.
Right, right. There, but Brown, oh, go up again. Go up hard, son.
Take care.
Back to Wilson. He's goes up. Yellowfish. Nice strong rebound right there. Working hard. And there's Dunn with a beautiful steal. Dunn's vertical leap is just off the chain. To Walker. Back to Dunn, who finishes. Nope, didn't finish that. Brown's there. Walker's there.
Drill.
Brown's there. And it's
There we
finally
go.
Brown did it.
Brown
Great
finally knocks
hustle,
it
great
in.
work. Right there by your Watonga Eagles, all over the glass right there. And Steve, that is fatigue.
Yeah.
The Bison are
I think
out,
so.
man, and the big fella can only go as hard as his lungs.
Yeah.
let him go, and
You know, he's got a lot of raw talent. And
He does.
It's,
He
You
does.
can tell he's worked on that shot, you know, down there around the rim many hours in a gym.
yeah,
He just looks to me like one of those guys that, you know, spends about half his time just flipping the ball into a basket.
exactly. As a coach, you look at someone like that, and you look at his talent and his overall skill level, and you want to work with him.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You
Yeah.
really do. You want to try to help him develop other skills, maybe drop some weight a little bit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And I'm sure, I'm no doubt he's on the football team.
Yep.
I would assume now. I haven't seen the Geary Bison play this year, so I wouldn't know for sure, folks. But if I'm a betting man, I would think he's somewhere on that offensive line.
This will be a really good bit of experience for our post players to get, you know, some
No doubt.
to work on defending a really talented post.
Exactly.
That's what they're looking at here.
Yep. He's got talent. He's got skill down there in the low post, and Brown and Estep's going to be up to those guys tonight.
They've only have one substitute, so you know most of these guys are going to play most of this game.
Yeah.
And their conditioning and their ability to persevere is what's going to either carry them or, you know, trip them.
Exactly.
So we saw them go on a little run here a little bit ago, and you could tell the Geary players were just, you know, fatigued after that.
Right,
And
right.
now Watonga's on their run because of that fatigue.
Exactly.
So
100%. Everybody can see that. It's a cross-court pass to Wilson. He's going to take it inside over Yellowfish, and nice pump fake right there by Wilson. Gets the big fella up. Tries to finish, but he'll step to the line. He'll step to the line for two in a 10-point ball game with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to go. Wilson sinks the first one. And, you know, I'll give it to the Bison coach. He's doing his best to, you know, substitute in and out the best he can. Again, that's a challenging job right there.
it is. It's almost like triage at the hospital when you got some big event happen. You're just looking for the guy that's the most tired,
There you go.
trying to substitute for him.
Yep. And the guy that's most tired is Yellowfish, who you
Yeah.
probably can't really afford to take out for
How do you
too
take your
long.
best player out?
Yeah. And really, still a competitive ball game, Steve.
Yep.
I mean, we're only up 12. And he's going to be bleeding again. He'll come to the sideline, try to wipe the cut off. Yellowfish will take the ball out of bounds. He'll look to get in the bounds. Does. Number 12. Ooh, not able to finish. And Wilson, he's going to go all the way.
Nice little Euro step.
Nice to the Euro step. Brown right there with the recovery. And now we're just all over the glass,
Yeah.
Steve. We're just playing volleyball out here.
Our Eagles are posting up in the right
Yeah,
position,
yeah,
and they're
yeah,
just able
yeah.
to pull the ball off the glass every time.
Yeah, Wilson again, inside. Beautiful pass to E-step. Almost. But again, another offensive rebound by Wilson. Another one by Brown.
Brown just skying it, man.
And there's multiple offensive rebounds, just not able to finish right there. But that's just your Eagles just pretty much controlling the paint.
Yeah, so, you know, a little bit of coaching here might help a little bit. It seems like our Eagles they're getting those offensive rebounds, and they're and they're a little jittery about putting that ball back up. They're just trying to get it straight back up there. If they realize that these Bison players are tired or fatigued as much as they are, a little calmer, you know, maybe a little power dribble, and then go back up, you're going to get a much higher percentage shot and have a lot more success down there underneath the basket.
Steve, that's right on the money. That's right on the money, and it goes back to what we've been saying all night. You know, practice your craft, practice your tools, you know, technique, things like that. Things you don't get a chance to practice in live action, you know. Because, as we said, I mean, we've got a tough tournament coming up here this week that, you know.
Oh, so Geary going to go with 4 players here.
Are they really?
Oh, no, they're not. So Yellowfish had stepped off the court for a moment over by the scorer's table, but he's back in the game now.
Goes right back down low and delivers again. Looks like he's got his second win. And goes with some beautiful post moves right there. Yellowfish. Wilson from the outside. Almost. 28-18, 10-point ball game. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go into your first half. Watonga Eagles, complete control of the Geary Bison. We're under men tonight, but it's only 6 deep. And long court pass right here, intercepted by DeAndre Dunn. He'll bring it back up court. Will he finish? He's been finishing all night, and he continues to finish. I tell you what, it's like money in the bank once he gets around the rim.
Yeah, fun to watch him go.
And the Bisons will give up the court and back into Mr. Yellowfish, and he'll dribble until he gets to the position he wants, and that'll pick up a foul on Brown. Steve, is that 2 on Brown? I
believe so.
He's picked up his second foul, so.
Oh, they're going to call it 3, I believe.
Was it 3? Okay. Or 4?
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I don't think that's right. Yellowfish at the line. He'll step up and not.
Well, it might be true. Here comes Dryden in for Brown, so.
That's a quick 4.
Sure was.
But you know, he's got a tough matchup.
He does.
Well,
so if he has 4, that means I believe all of the fouls that have been called on your Eagles were him.
Done again, finishing to the rim.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Tucking that ball like a football
yes,
as he took his 2 steps and then landed in.
He's found their weakness, Steve, and he is not afraid to exploit it. It's right at the bucket.
Yep, and fast.
And fast. And again, it comes down to good conditioning. Yellowfish is out there.
Got an offensive foul there.
Look at the offensive foul. He's looking up at the clock and wish halftime couldn't come fast enough.
Yeah.
DeAndre Dunn, no hurry. He'll take the last shot, it looks like. He'll swing it over to Wilson, who gives it to Dryden. Dryden, Wilson. Ooh. Wilson
Good little give back for Dryden there.
Exactly. Nice look right there by the big fella. Showing he can pass a little bit.
He's got the height. I kind of would like to have seen him take that shot, though.
Yeah. He's just. I'd like to see him a little bit more aggressive.
Yep.
You know, we're up 12. Go ahead and work on your game there, son, because we're gonna need you down there at some point.
Second and a half left in the half here.
Quick shot by Dunn.
Unsuccessful. So we're gonna go into the locker room. The Eagles are going to go in the locker room, 32-20. Eagles on top, of course.
Eagles on top. As I just mentioned, the big fella probably couldn't see halftime come fast enough. And again, folks, we know we sound like a broken record, but when you come out in the basketball game, you've only got 6 players. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know the strategy of what we need to do. And we come out and have been able to perform exactly what we needed to stretch this lead to 12, Steve.
And so I think you can look for more of the same in the second half from your Eagles. They're gonna come out and they may push the ball a little bit to get a little bit of fatigue going early, and then they'll have their way of it, I think, after that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But you got to give it up to the Bison here. That big fella, Mr. Yellowfish, he is one heck of a player, and he's got a great supporting cast. They know how to play to him, they know how to play with him, and they know how to play around him.
There you go. There you go.
And they're doing well at it.
They're doing very well at it.
Well, folks, I think we'll take a little commercial break here for a few minutes, and we'll be back with you. WatongaEagles.tv.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
Score that perfect design at Touchdown Graphics just north of the curve in Pond Creek. They offer screen printing and embroidery on t-shirts, shorts, hoodies, and more. Show your spirit for your school, team, club, or special event with a custom design from Touchdown Graphics. Call 580-532-4579 or see them online at touchdowngraphics.com. Touchdown Graphics. It's good.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
When it comes to cellular service, why pay for data you don't use? Pioneer Cellular offers a variety of plans designed to give you the lowest prices on the data you and the others on your plan really need. That's why people all over are switching to Pioneer. Pioneer Cellular can save you money on your family plan, no matter how you define family. Do the math. Visit our website at gopioneer.com, call us at 800-641-2732, or stop by a local Pioneer store. Find out how much we can save you.
Great Plains Land Company came together out of a desire to return to what a land company should be, a client-centered organization as passionate about the land as you are. Land is not something we deal with from 8 to 5. Land is truly our passion. Whether you are looking for your dream property or listing a property, you need an experienced land specialist working for you. We invite you to call our Great Plains Land team today at 405-761-4808.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
Score that perfect design at Touchdown Graphics just north of the curve in Pond Creek. They offer screen printing and embroidery on t-shirts, shorts, hoodies, and more. Show your spirit for your school.
Well, we're getting ready to get started again here. Our players are making their way out here on the court. They're about to throw the ball in. It's going to be Bison basketball to start your second half. We're going to start with a score of Watonga 32, Geary 20.
All right, looks like the Bison's coming out with a little bit of strategy. That's a little motion. Yeah, that's a double dribble. But different little strategy there. Coming a little bob, a little weave action. Trying to catch the Eagles off guard a little bit. But again, Steve, to go back to, they're going to, all this is makeup until they find a good spot for Mr. Yellowfish. Deion Dunn open from the corner. Rebound by Wilson. Offensive rebound.
Wilson putting it back and getting the deuce.
Getting the offensive rebound. And we've just been killing them on offensive glass tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even been an issue. If it's not Dunn, if it's not Brown, if it's not Wilson, they're all just kind of jumping in there and playing beautiful basketball. There's Dryden. Go up, son. Oh.
Yellowfish coming up with the rebound there. No surprise.
And when he gets the ball, he's going straight to the hole. And is he going to get the call? He's going to get the call. Dryden steps in for the charge.
That was a gutsy move right there. Gutsy move on Dryden's part.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you see somebody like that coming down the lane, you might want to make a business decision.
Sometimes you kind of turn your shoulder just a little the other way, maybe try to brace yourself.
Exactly. But Dryden, give him credit. He stayed in there. I just love the heart of these guys, both men and women here. A lot of fight, a lot of discipline.
Indeed.
Two well-coached teams for us.
I'm genuinely impressed with this Bison's team's ability to hang in there.
Yeah.
With the number of players that they have.
Well, no doubt, Steve. No doubt.
A lot of heart over here.
A lot of heart. And they're just going to be in the zone there. This is the 1-2-2 zone. We'll have the big men in the middle. He'll just hang back, try to catch his breath, work on the offensive side. Now, that's going to be a tie-up. Possession error going to stay with the Eagles. There's a matchup with Dryden and Yellowfish.
Well, so I think what we saw right there, Derek, is Mr. Dryden is doing a good job down there. He doesn't have the experience and playing time under his belt yet, and what you saw right there is just a little bit of timidness with a big man standing right behind him.
Yep.
I think if he squares up with that ball way above his head, you don't have that kind of a play happen again.
Right,
so.
Exactly, Steve. Dunn again, racking up the points,
Taking
making
it home.
layups. Uh-oh, they leave Yellowfish down here by himself. He gets, oh no, just
And one.
Just, he uses his body frame so well, and it's just like, if we could get Dryden to do that, and it's just natural. He's naturally able to use his body, as big as he is, and be effective. He's a load down there.
Yeah, we had our arms up and not straight up. They were out a little bit, and he recognized that quickly and jumped straight into that angled arm, and they're going to call that every time.
Every time. And Steve, you look at a kid like him, like Mr. Yellowfish, and think about if he had shooters around him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. To draw people out away from him.
And maybe a substitution or two. You know what I mean?
Yep.
A sub. Done. Stop. Pop. Release. And we got to stop with your play here. And we're going to get a foul here on number. I didn't see what happened, Steve. It looks like the Eagles are going to keep the ball.
Yeah, they're going to retain possession here. I'm not sure I saw what was going on.
Me neither. They'll pass it into Wilson. Wilson, dribble, drive, kick. Done. Wide open for Walker. It's going to be off. Rebound by E-Step.
With the, and the Bison with the block.
Yep.
We're going to have to show Mr. E-Step the replay on that. That guy that blocked his shot wasn't very tall.
Right. Keep the ball above your head. Yeah. Keep the ball above your head at all times. You're tall enough. And the deep three here. Boom.
Wow, Bison connecting.
Okay. Come right back.
13-point ball game, folks.
And that's Richie.
No, pardon me, 15-point ball game.
E-Step with a strong finish and with a strong move to the hole. But he won't finish. Dunn will take it up. As he's been doing all night long. Another layup. And Tucker E-Step's going to be called for a foul. And we can hear some of our faithful want a little bit better explanation for that foul. But I'll go back to the first game, what you said, Steve. Referees see the game. They know what's going on.
Yeah.
They know it's lopsided. They know that the Bisons are outmanned. They'll look for Yellowfish again. He has no problem going up. No, my goodness.
I will say, you got to give it up to that fella, though. He's got a lot of good moves under there, and he uses his body so well.
He does. His body leverage is amazing. He knows exactly how to keep you away from blocking a shot.
Yep.
And using his size to, there's a steal.
Steal from the Bison.
There is. If he can get control over it, he might have something. Parker gets the rebound.
I was going to say that either had to be a foul or a travel, one or the other. I'm not sure which, but looks like they're going to call the foul.
And the Eagles will take over. Looks like Wilson's at the point right now. With Dunn getting a breather. Walker go back inside to Brown. Brown looking for Wilson.
Wilson taking the short jumper there, but not connecting.
Not connected.
Now Yellowfish with the ball, headed up the center.
And he's not
a rare miss.
Yep. Rare miss for him.
And Wilson's going to control things on our end.
Yep, and it's 5-on-4 right now with the Eagles. Yellowfish hasn't made it back to the other side of the court.
Yeah, he's just suffering from fatigue.
Yep. And again, you got to take your hat off to the young man. He's fighting as hard as he can.
Well, he's a very athletic young man, too. So
exactly. It's an unfair fight, when it's pretty much, how many we got there? 2, 4. Well, I mean, we're 9-6 tonight.
Yeah.
In depth. So we brought 9, they brought 6. So maybe it hasn't got too far out of hand. Walker with the steal. He stepped out of bounds. Looks like it'll go back to the Bisons. And Dryden will come in. Brown will take a seat. And the Eagles got numbers. Wilson. Nice. And we're finishing really good around the rim when we're on our fast break. It's those offensive rebounds that's giving us a little problem tonight in finishing, but overall having no problem with the Geary Bison. Yellowfish steps back. He's behind the three-point line. Wilson in a hurry. He'll look the defense over, bring it back out. Looks inside. Good pass.
And Walker was like, nope, not down here, please.
That's
Not
going
right
to be a
now.
turnover for White Shield. And there's your man again.
Yep.
There you go, Drayton. Drayton playing some
Yeah.
great defense. Right, there we go.
Walker taking a little sidestep around the man there.
And then ball back. A wide open shot for White Shirt.
Walker with the rebound.
Yep, that's going to be stay with the Eagles right there. Eagles getting a shot. Just not able to knock it down.
One of the Bison big men stood in right there, going to try to just slow up Walker, and he just saw it coming, went right around him.
Right, where'd he go? Baseline.
Yep.
That place we talked about was
not supposed to give
prohibited.
that up.
Yeah, when we came up, Steve. Dunn out front. We'll pass over to Walker. Walker, Parker, E-Step, Wilson, and Dunn out here. Dunn again, right back to the hole, and he's just been money
athleticism
all day.
right there.
Yeah. It's just layup after layup, and he's just finishing. And the Bisons don't have anyone to protect the rim, and he's taking full advantage of it, taking high percentage shots. You gotta love it. Cross court pass again, intercepted by Dunn. He's got numbers. He's going to go all the way. No, and then tries to pass it to Walker.
His pass fake is so good, he faked out his own guy.
And that's going to go out of bounds. 1 minute, 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Folks, this is your Watonga Eagles 48. Geary Bison 31.
Well, we got ourselves a pretty good contest here tonight. I've been impressed with the Bison and the way they've hung in there, the heart that they've displayed. And your Eagles are fighting hard, and they're just not making mistakes. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're playing great basketball.
Steve, that's exactly right. I mean, at the beginning of the game, you look out and you look at the court, you look at the Geary side, and you only see 6. You think it's going to be a laugher, but it has not been a laugher.
It is not.
Because they've got some players, and one player in particular that has given it all he has and has made it tough for us down low.
Yeah, and I will say they've all played really, really, really hard. I think they're all going to be able to walk away saying they left what they had, every bit of it here on this court.
Exactly.
Mr. Yellowfish is special because he's got a lot of talent around that rim.
A lot of talent. He's very skilled around the rim. You can tell he's played a lot of one-on-one basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of one-on-one basketball to where he knows how to, position his body in ways to where it's hard to block a shot.
Yep.
And it's really hard to guard people like that. You can't get around them. So.
Indeed it is.
It looks like the Eagles are going to come out here in a little pressure action. Coach Graham probably said, let's go ahead and put this one away and let some of our younger Eagles play. And there's a stoppage. I don't know what's going on. So, okay, it'll be Eagle ball. Parker will take it out. Into Wilson. Walker will bring it out. Eagles in no hurry. Looking for the best shot. We're up a bunch. DeAndre Dunn, who's had a marvelous game here tonight, folks. Showing off his athletic ability, his ball skills, his touch around the rim. It's all been on the money tonight. And then that's going to be, is that an offensive foul, Steve?
It wasn't a foul. E-step went up and came back down.
Okay.
Without, yeah, it was just travel.
All right. Richie will bring it up for the Bisons. Wilson all over him. Pressure man-to-man defense. And he comes up with the steal. Beautiful steal. And there's Walker ahead of him. Can he finish? He does. Beautiful play started there by Wilson. Finds Walker up ahead. And the Eagles will take a 19-point lead. 32. Another turnover here. Wilson leading the break. DeAndre Dunn. Finish. Parker with the left hand. Nope. But there's Wilson. Another offensive rebound. Again, we're just killing them on the offensive glass right now. They look down. They'll try to get it to Yellowfish, who will be fouled by Tucker. And now it looks like Tucker's starting to pick up the foul trouble here.
So, you know, when you got a big man that wants to dribble the ball like that, and he catches it at 10, 15 feet, and he wants to dribble in, it's pretty hard to keep from fouling him because, you know, you gotta either move out of the way or he's going to run over you.
Yep.
And if you're moving when he runs over you,
it hurts.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
You know, that's a foul.
That's a foul every time.
So big men like that want to dribble are hard to defend.
Exactly. There's still by Walker. He's got numbers. He's got Wilson up ahead. Or excuse me, that's Dunn. Dunn misses.
Great effort getting on the floor there by the Eagles.
Parker, number 22.
I always love to see a kid get on the floor and grab the ball.
Me too. Corbin Parker, 6 foot. Good-looking kid. E-step in the corner for the long tray. Nope.
Well, that'll end your third quarter, folks. 52-31. Eagles on top. Got our fourth quarter coming up. Eagles will look to extend that lead or at least hang on to it.
Maybe stretch it a little bit. And then, you know, here's that fourth quarter we always talk about, don't we, Steve?
Yep,
And this one is going to be a tough one for Mr. Yellowfish and the Bison. It really becomes down to now this wind sprint.
Indeed. So their style of play is different than most of the teams you'll see.
Right.
What they do is they go on their little spurt. You know, they push really hard.
Right.
And then they take almost a rest period while they're playing the game.
Yeah.
So you'll see guys kind of walking up and down the court, and that's just going to have to be okay because they got to play the game.
Yeah.
So they kind of it's almost like they understand where they're at. You know, they're going to play hard for a little bit, and then they're going to rest for a little bit while the game goes on.
Exactly. It's definitely a different dynamic what these student athletes from Geary have to face right now in basketball. And like you said, yeah, they might be on offense, but they've got to be able to take a rest while play's going on because they're not getting any substitutions. And if I'm a coach, then you know I'm gonna do my best to not say anything about that.
So here's what I did like to see in that third quarter: your Eagles controlled the tempo pretty well, even though Geary was really trying to slow the game down.
Right.
And so the Eagles just pushed and kept pushing and were successful in getting to the rim and scoring on their their fast breaks and their drives and picked the pace back up.
Yes.
And that's why they pulled ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Like they did.
Oh, yeah. DeAndre Dunn, Wilson, athletic ability showing right now. They're finishing at the rim. Dunn again goes in the middle of the court.
Let him go.
And I'll tell you what,
Dunn's
he's just
scoring.
been dropping them all night, folks. His field goal percentage has got to be way up there tonight, Steve.
Well, he's taking all the smart shots.
Yeah. And he's playing a smart game.
Very smart game.
Why go out there and try to shoot a low percentage shot when they're not stopping? Here's Wilson on the break. He's got numbers if he wants it. He'll pull back out.
Burn a little clock.
Cook it off to E-step, who goes to the hole real tough and
No,
hard.
here's how this works. We're just going to go score.
Yeah, Tucker E-step with the explosion right there. Number 23. Nice looking layup right there. And in these type of games, Steve, you can kind of take chances and test your your skills and your talent and things like that.
I'm glad to see him do that.
Me too. Parker, get it over to E-step.
One thing you got to be careful about, though, you do that 2 or 3 times, and the coach is going to expect it in a big game at some point.
And as we're speaking, Steve Wilson drops down another 3.
Yep. So the Bison are knocking on 60 here. Pardon me, the Eagles are knocking on 60 here. Bison at 31. Your Eagles are in command, leading this game well, setting the pace, moving the ball, and shooting well.
Shooting very well. Most shots, high percentage. There's Yellowfish. We haven't heard much from him in the second half.
Well, we heard from him right there. He scored 2 points.
Yep. And right on cue, he gets the Bisons up to 33. And 6 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Watonga Eagles, no problem with the Geary Bison right now. Just trying to close this one out. Get on the bus, get back home, get ready for Thursday.
So E-step hesitated on the first time when he had that ball wide open down there. He took the shot the second time. A little bit long, but good look.
Good look. Go ahead and take your shot.
Yep.
You know, get your confidence. Build your confidence up. We know most of the shots are going to come from Wilson and Dunn and Cole.
Oh, Dunn getting a little
Dunn's just been
batted
his
ball
hands
there.
is active all night. Wilson to the hole. Got Dunn on the right. Oh, he's gonna, but gets his own rebound again.
Little tip drill there, puts it back.
That's what I'm looking at.
Eagles
Tip
break
drill.
60.
They break 60 with no problem. Richie try to get it up court. Constant pressure right there by Wilson.
Yeah, love watching his defense.
I do too. And Steve, you know, now that you mentioned that about his defense, I'm really starting to pay attention. And you're right. I mean, he has really come on defensively. He'll take a break right here. White shirt comes in, Brown comes in for the Eagles.
I really like to watch his defensive stance. He takes a really pure defender type stance with that wide stance of his feet and his hands out to the sides.
Yes.
He's ready to move either direction. He's ready to poke those hands out and knock a pass down or grab one out of the air.
Behind the back there for Dunn. Get it over to White shirt. No hurry here. Done it for it. White shirt. That's going to be 3 seconds in the lane there. That's going to be a turnover for your Eagles. It'll go back to the Bison. 5 minutes, 22 seconds left to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's 61. Your Watonga Eagles are 61 against the host Geary Bison at 33.
I don't know if a lot of youngsters out there that are coming up and watching these Eagles play. Defense, folks, is a lot about your center of gravity and where you keep it.
Yes, yes.
So if you can get your center of gravity low and still be able to move left, right, forward, and backward, that's when you become a really strong defensive force for your team. When you're standing tall and your center of gravity's high, that offensive player, he's in control of you at that point because his moves are going to dictate where you're going to have to go.
Right.
And so if you can't move, if your weight is shifted over a foot in the wrong way and he moves the other way, you're beat.
You're beat. You're beat.
But if you're
plain
low,
and simple, plain and simple, you're beat.
If you're low and you're ready and your center of gravity's down where you can move your body in any direction, that's when you become a really, really formidable defender.
I agree with you. I agree with you, partner. Brown at the line, number 20. He's been quiet tonight. He's had a tough assignment here tonight with Mr. Yellowfish.
He has.
He's probably the only one to be sore tonight after this ball game. Sinks to second. Tavian Brown.
62-35, folks. Eagles on top. 4:50 left in the fourth quarter.
And the Bison's looking for a good shot here. In no hurry. There's Mr. Yellowfish.
Boy, look at that defense collapse on him.
And one, Steve. And I know we sound like a broken record, folks, but this young man has been impressive for the Bison.
He has.
It's
He's the kind of player that you can build a team around. I wish they had, 10 or 15 players on the team so that they could substitute some. Not that I still want these Eagles to, come out of this with a strong win, but I always like to see great teams, play and great players be able to play in a great team, and so he's one of those great players.
Oh, yes, he's a great player. And let's look at it like this, Steve. And we're 17 miles away. He'd fit right in with Watonga.
Oh, you betcha.
If he was an Eagle right now, look out, State of Oklahoma.
That would be, I do.
You told the story of Greenfield and Geary combined.
Yep.
And sometimes Watonga and Geary will combine in wrestling. We've seen that over the years.
Yep.
Never in basketball, but if they were, I'll tell you what, Mr.
It'd be
Yellowfish,
special.
Dunn right there with the sweet three. You got Reyes, you got Cooper. This could be something special. Maybe another day.
Maybe another day.
4 minutes left to go. DeAndre Dunn. There's a steal by Brown. Got him. Uh-oh. Good steal right there by Richie.
Oh, no. So there's the big man using his, basketball knowledge and skills.
There you go.
He gets Octavian up in the air. He knows exactly what to do at that point.
Exactly. He knows
to draw the foul.
Again, he is just very skilled, very crafty around the rim, and his advancement around the rim is more advanced than I've seen this year from anybody in the games that we've covered, Steve.
I think so too. I agree with you. He's got a lot of basketball smarts in his head, and he's got a lot of basketball ability in his body.
Yep. He's one of those players, whether you're coach, whether you're player, you're on the other team, you just want to go up after the game and say, nice game. Man.
Yep, you sure do.
You know what I mean? Like, good game. He'll sink the first. Winding down here, folks. Glad you stayed with us.
Sure has a nice stroke on the ball, too.
Yep. Uh-oh. We'll get the steal back there.
Wilson tossing it inside. A little communication error with the Eagles.
And Walker. Oh.
The Eagles, Bison stepping out of bounds over there. Right in front of the scorer's table.
Mm-hmm. Little turnover. E-Step will take it out, give it to Dunn, who's been our superstar here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Just putting on a show for us. Understanding the game plan, running it to Coach Graham's perfection. Leading by example. Also,
I don't think I've seen him sweat yet either.
And
That's
he
not
doesn't
fair.
even look like he's broken his sweat. I know it. To be young again.
Oh, man.
Yellowfish.
Wow.
Damn.
Finishing at the rim. One more time.
I'll tell you what. Give me a break.
How many points does that man have?
I know it. We need to find that out because this is not exaggeration, folks. This young man is really performing like we haven't seen on the low post down here all year long.
That one rims out on him.
They've got 41 points, Steve, and he's got to have.
I'd say he's somewhere in the 30s.
In the 30s. Nice sweet stroke right there by Tucker E-Step. That lane in the middle has been open all night.
It has, and the Eagles have taken advantage of it, and I've been proud of them for that. They've recognized it, and they've done what they need to do.
Yep. Shot by Richie in the corner. It's going to come off. Geary will get the rebound, go back into our guy. He doesn't stop. He doesn't care. There's Dryden with the block. Dryden said, I've had enough of that.
Yep.
And that had to take a lot of energy.
Yeah, buddy.
He's coming back. Dunn from the corner. He'll miss.
We've got a foul on the Bison there, I believe.
You know, Stephen, like I said, we said earlier, these are the toughest games as a coach to coach. I just, you know, my heart goes out.
Oh, they called that on Dryden. I thought he was calling that on Geary's number 32. I'm sorry. So this will be Bison shooting.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Derek. What were you saying?
You're fine. You're fine. I'm trying to have a little sympathy for the Geary coach. And even as a coach, it takes a lot, you know, to put a team on, to try to put a team on. We don't know how hard this man has worked just to get 5 players out there.
That's
you know
exactly
what I mean,
right.
Steve?
Dryden with a good rebound there.
Done. Stop. Pop. Drop.
Showing us how basketball is supposed to be played.
Yep. And the Bisons will call a timeout here. And this is truly a fatigue timeout.
Yep. So impressed with Dunn tonight. You know, he's really taken charge for the Eagles, and with Cole being out and with Reyes being out, Dunn has stepped up and is becoming a, leader for the team.
Mm-hmm.
You see him dribbling the ball not only up the court, but, in the lanes.
Right.
And getting down in there amongst the trees and not overstepping. He knows his role, and he knows his ability. Mm-hmm. He stops and pops instead of trying to get up there right on the rim each time.
No doubt, and that is so important.
That's why he's being successful tonight. He's staying just out of the reach of the big man, but getting just close enough that he can hit pretty much all the time.
And it's what they teach you. Stop, Yep. I mean, stop, drop, and take your jumper if you got confidence in your stop. And Steve, we've talked so much about Yellowfish here tonight, and ladies and gentlemen, we have to stress the fact of how this whole Eagle team looks very, very well prepared, well coached, and just a well-oiled machine here tonight.
Yep.
And with the leader being done, and him just pretty much setting the tempo early on in the game, and just with his overall.
And I haven't seen much
leadership.
change to that with the substitutes coming in from the guys coming off the bench. We've seen a pretty consistent performance every time Coach Graham has substituted.
Right. Exactly. Underneath there. And the Bisons will pick up 2. Brings it 69-43. We're under 2 minutes here. Wilson to E-step. Back to Wilson. Dunn again, open for 3. Not this time. You know, the more I look at Tucker E-step, now that's a stretch 4 right there.
Yeah.
Nice little shot right there by Dryden. He's coming in, stepping in the lane, and taking the weak part of the Bison defense like DeAndre Dunn and them have been doing all game.
So the Eagles breaking the 70 mark here. That's the first time they've done that this year, I believe.
That's right. And they're taking high percentage shots.
They are.
You know?
It's not like it's just been a runaway.
Right.
You know, it's not like this has been shooting fish in the barrel at all.
Exactly.
They've had to work for it, and they've just gotten themselves in the right position, the right places on the court, and taking the shots that they can make.
No doubt, no doubt. Wilson, cross-court pass from Dunn. Looked like he might have wanted to pull it there.
So 71-43, folks. You got about a minute left in your fourth quarter. Eagles on top.
Parker. Nope. And we're under a minute. And this is going to be a runaway here with the Eagles pretty much in complete control of the Geary Bison all night long. Still hustling. I think that's going to be a foul on, let's see, it'll be 0 with DeAndre
It's going to be done, yeah.
And number 12 for the Bison will step up. We got 39 seconds to go in our ball game. We're going to be able to head back to Watonga. This is all Blaine County, ladies and gentlemen. It's a rivalry. Gary's Blaine County, Watonga, Blaine County. So, again, we know each other pretty well. And, you know, some years you're up, some years you're down, you know.
Yep.
I'm sure there's been many times in years that Gary's been, you know, on the other end of the
sure.
floor. And now this year, it looks like it's Coach Graham and his guys going to walk out of here and keep the cross-rivalry title in Watonga. Going to go out of bounds there. Going to be off Richie. 16 seconds left to go. 71-44.
Our Eagles are going to improve to 6-2, I believe,
6-2.
tonight.
6-2. Should be feeling pretty confident, feeling pretty good about yourself.
They were ranked number 20 in the state in our class as of when rankings came out this week. And this will do nothing but help that.
Exactly. And then you look at a score like this, and then when you talk about ratings and rankings and stuff like that, these are what most people go by. You know, this thing's right here. So, so at the end of the game, folks, no problem here for your Watonga Eagles. They're going to walk out of here with a huge win. Did what they came in supposed to do to a team that's undermanned, to a team that didn't have a lot of depth. And we were able to finish at the rim, I think was the most important thing
I think
I
so
saw
too.
here tonight.
You saw a lot of layups, a lot of high percentage jump shots.
Exactly. Offensive rebound, got to do the tip drill a lot tonight, you know. So, very impressive victory.
So I'm just gonna give it up to the Geary team here. This game was supposed to be Watonga versus Crescent, and Crescent had to back out, I believe, due to a COVID issue, and Geary, you know, the coaches got together, I'm sure, and discussed it, and Geary was willing to, you know, add us to their schedule, and we were able to bring this game together. The coaches knew, you know, what they were going up against, I'm sure. A Watonga team, you know, that's on the rise here and doing well. Geary, you know, looking at only having 6 players. So I'm giving it up to the coaching staff and the administration for you know, letting us play a game here and just, you know, stepping up and really, you know, putting on a heck of a good game.
Steve, that is real talk right there, my man Steve-O, and we want to thank you. They didn't, like you said, they didn't have to do it. And they know they're undermanned. You know what I'm saying? They know they're undermanned. They know who we're going up against, and they were able to let our guys get some live in-game action experience that will be helpful and useful down the line. So hats off to Geary, Mr. Yellowfish. I tell you what, I enjoyed watching you tonight.
Oh, buddy, yes, sir.
From Geary, and that's one thing about, you know, sometimes when you're standing out for the visiting team, and people don't forget who you are.
Right.
You know, and I won't forget
Yep.
them, you know, because I like this game. So, Steve, another good one for you
Another
and I,
good
my
one.
man.
Yes, sir.
And
So, folks, the Coil tournament's coming up this coming weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The games should be live streamed by the facility there at Coil. You should be able to see them on WatongaEagles.tv. We're not going to travel to Coil 3 days in a row to stream these games. We'd already decided that. It's a long drive, and we've got families too. We're gonna take a pass on that and then pick it up again next week. So join us. We'll be watching too on WatongaEagles.tv. We're going to sign off here this evening. We're really glad you joined us and loved having you. And that's about it for this evening.
Thank you again, my partner. I'm telling you what, I'm starting to, the more and more we do this, man, the more and more I'm starting to like being with you, my man.
Yeah,
so,
here.
Watonga Nation, Eagle Nation, again, your Eagles in a blowout, both boys and girls. They're going to take care of the Geary Bison here tonight. And we're going to walk out of here with a W. We thank you for joining us tonight. As Steve just wrote down the schedule or told you what's coming up next, we look forward to seeing you at our next game.
WatongaEagles.tv, folks.
Oh, yeah.